Good day everyone, Brayden here, coming to you from a very, very special place I have not been to since I think I was 3 years old. It was like 2002, 2003, sometime around there. You can hear the train. I am in Disneyland for the first time in so long. I am here getting footage for a documentary I'm working on, but also what I wanted to do is record this video so you guys could see my initial reactions coming from someone who hasn't been here in so long and goes to Walt Disney World all the time, and looking at the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. Obviously that is directly inspired by Disneyland. Disneyland is really the source material for all the rest of the parks we have around the globe. So as someone who's more of an expert when it comes to the other parks, specifically looking at Walt Disney World, I think it'll be interesting to see the source material for all this here with Disneyland, and I am so excited. Being here in Disneyland and just California in general, it just feels so surreal. I mean, being here at the train station, it says Disneyland on it. You know, I've seen this a million times in photos and videos. Actually seeing it in real life, it feels like I'm stepping into a movie, which I think is exactly what the creators of this park intended it to be like. Guys, I'm here. I'm just still processing the fact that I'm actually here in Disneyland. Here you can see Goofy on the train station, this little area you have out here. The train station here is very nice. I like ours in Walt Disney World, but this one is pretty cool too. And the thing I like about Disneyland's train station, the main thing is the fact that it actually works. It's actually running. Ours in Walt Disney World has kind of been down a very long time. So I think we'd be remiss not to start by going on the train because I miss it. This park being in Southern California and all, I've always heard the entertainment here is just another level. And just looking at the costume characters outside here, just everything they're doing, they are like super hyperactive, I feel like, compared to most Disney characters I've ever seen. Mickey's just busting moves out there. Pretty funny. All right, everybody. We're getting in line for the railroad. It says one departs every 20 minutes, which is still better than Walt Disney World, where they depart never.
Now arriving from a trip around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station.
This is the first time I've ever seen New Orleans Square in person. We have nothing like this in Orlando. Technically we have Port Orleans, but nothing in the parks, you know what I mean.
We're now entering Splash Mountain, rumored to be the location of the one and only Laughing Place. If you look real hard, you just might find it. It's where the critters are celebrating a zippity-doo-dah day.
Look at this. This is amazing. We're going on this bridge they made south of Galaxy's Edge.
Stories with those in the Great River Valley below.
Here they're working on Toontown because they're adding Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway back there, and they're doing some demolition, some new construction. I cannot believe I'm looking at the It's a Small World from the New York World's Fair and the Matterhorn. That is so beautiful. So cool. Look at that gnat painting back there. No way. Music that goes along with these amazing visuals is really cool. Look at that, there's a pond right there. I'm gonna miss the Universe of Energy in Walt Disney World. The T-Rex. And just like that, We're back to the front of the park. So everybody, that was the train. I had a great time going around the entire park, sort of getting a taste. It's sort of like a sampler of what you can experience during your day. And most people that were on the train, they got here, they went all the way around, and then they got off. So a lot of people, it's the first thing they do as well, which is just so great to see. That part you have at the end was amazing. It's like a finale for your trip around the park, which is just so cool. Over here you can see the Main Street vehicles moving around, and here we have the flagpole where they do the flag dedication, which of course they also do in the Magic Kingdom. But there's one thing different, and that's we have the Disneyland dedication plaque right here. If you recall, Walt Disney did his dedication right here, that famous video. And then of course here we have the plaque of what he said, dating it July 17th, 1955. The first day Disneyland was open. Now, much of Disneyland's Main Street was copied for the Magic Kingdom. Of course, here we have the Emporium in Disneyland, which was copied and put in the same place in Walt Disney World, albeit with a different facade design. Over here, we have the same location for City Hall, which looks similar to Walt Disney World, but it is a little different. And then next to City Hall, we have the fire department, which we also have in Walt Disney World, but the difference here is upstairs, you have Walt Disney's apartment, and there you can see the lamp that is always lit in the window there, which is just such a cool detail for the people who really care about this stuff. I'm sure this has been remarked on many times by other people in the past, but this park, Disneyland, feels so Walt. You know, in Walt Disney World, which of course is named after Walt, oftentimes I'll describe a lot of the classic stuff in the park as feeling very Walt, but the things that feel the most Walt in Walt Disney World are things they brought over from Disneyland. But the difference is here in Disneyland, they actually had that personal touch. Walt was actually here. He sat on the bench right over here, right? Like, this is the actual place that Walt built, which just adds a whole extra level to me giving it such a description. You can hear in the background, we got a band coming in. With the band walking by here, you can see Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, which is definitely something that we do not have at Walt Disney World that I'll definitely have to check out. And so many Main Street vehicles going around. And then here we have Disneyland's partner statue. Tomorrowland feels so close here in Disneyland to the actual hub, because at Walt Disney World you have that bridge that goes over a waterway. Here it's just right there. Now, I don't know what it is about the Disneyland hub in particular, but I feel like it's a little bit more scenic than the one in the Magic Kingdom. And it might have something to do with the landscaping you have. There's a lot more stuff you can grow here, of course, than in Florida. It might have something to do with the fact that there's so little real estate here in Disneyland. Everything is very close together. But I think probably the reason I think this hub looks a little bit more scenic has to do with the Matterhorn being right here, which just looks beautiful. We never got this in Walt Disney World. That is so cool. We're definitely riding that. Now, something I don't prefer about the hub here in Disneyland is traditionally, this is just something we do in the Magic Kingdom. We put a castle, like usually like right around here, somewhere like here maybe, we have a castle that a lot of people really like. It's very famous, it's in the Magic Kingdom, and people get like photos with it. For some reason, there's still people taking photos and selfies here, but I don't know what of. There's like a tree. I'm just kidding. Sleeping Beauty Castle does look pretty nice. They recently repainted it. The gold looks very gold. It looks very nice. And also, there's something that Sleeping Beauty Castle has that Cinderella Castle does not, and that is a walk-through attraction, which I've never seen before, not even on video. Let's check it out. So this walk-through attraction is about the story of Sleeping Beauty, and you can see we're going upstairs right now. We are inside the castle right now. This is something you most definitely cannot do at Walt Disney World. You do have dining inside of Cinderella Castle, and of course you also have that suite that's upstairs. But this is open to everybody. You can just walk through and look at these amazing scenes with the forced perspective. It's animated. Look at that. What more needs to be said besides this is just absolutely amazing. You can follow along with the story of Sleeping Beauty with all these scenes they have with the multiple dimensions. And some of them are animated, like look at this one. Here we are going down the stairs, the end, and that was a look at the Sleeping Beauty walkthrough attraction, and here we are in Disneyland's Fantasyland. So guys, while I've been doing this first tour in so long around Disneyland, I have ran into some people who've recognized me, and they all say, check out Indiana Jones. That's the thing that the Magic Kingdom does not have that is so good here in Disneyland. So that is one of the top ones that I have to check out today. But before we get to that, there's a ride that I've never done because it was removed from Walt Disney World before I ever got to ride it, and that is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which we're gonna do right now. No wonder the line was long outside for Mr. Toad's. Look at this loading area. They just load one car at a time. This ride was built by Aerodynamics in the 50s, designed by Imagineering. Oh no! Oh! So first impressions riding Mr. Toad for the first time, it is very, very classic. It is very 50s. The level of artistry with all those different 2D things that are moving around you is just so, so cool. The thing with the ride is it's very fast and you can only notice so much each time you go through it. So it definitely has that re-rideability factor. And that's one of those things with the level of detail Walt put in this park that I think makes it such a success. Because this crowd here at Disneyland, it's much more laid back than you see at Walt Disney World. It's not some big event. A lot of people are just locals. They're just going here to have a fun day. So the fact that you have that re-rideability factor of not being able to take everything in all at once makes it so that people who live here, they can go back again and again and again, keep seeing new stuff, and really just have a great time. And speaking of, here's Monstro behind us, which I'm also seeing for the first time, since I was 3 at least. Storybook Land. Now guys, the reason I flew out here is to get footage for this other video that I'm working on for you guys. So for the sake of having time to work on this stuff, I need to pick which attractions I want to experience with you guys for the first time. I only have so much camera battery here. I think I have to do the Matterhorn and we have to do Indy. So let's start with the Matterhorn. Waiting in the queue here at the Matterhorn, just look at all the detail you have. The colors, everything about it. The detail is just incredible. I mean, look at this. All right, everybody, here we go. Whoa! Just a little bumpy, just a little bit. I feel like I've been saying this a lot today, but that was awesome. It is a bumpy ride, but it is the first tubular steel coaster. It was also made by Aerodynamics, and of course designed by Imagineering. It's just such a classic attraction, and it's also another one of these where the ride is quick, you are just flying through there. So it's another thing that I already want to ride again, similar to Mr. Toad's. It's just been incredible, and I think what's so special about Disneyland is being in this place that has the combined creativity of a company over so many years. Over 60 years. Some of these rides were here opening day, some of these rides are newer. And of course we love all the newer attractions with the newer technology and all that stuff because it's more immersive. There's a lot of different tools Imagineering has these days to make some really incredible experiences, but there's something about the classics. The first tubular steel roller coaster, you know, Mr. Toad's, and it's just so great to be here. So I think that's the most eloquent I can describe this experience of being in Disneyland for the first time in so long, other than just calling it awesome. It's being in this place where you have the combined creativity and engineering of 65 years of the best making this stuff. Now I will say Tomorrowland here at Disneyland, it looks like it needs some serious love. We know that it will be getting an update. There's actually a wall over here showing the updated concept art and how they're gonna try to make it look a little better, but this whole land needs an overhaul. They really need to bring back the People Mover. The fact that the track just sits here abandoned is definitely not good. They have to bring that back. And I think aesthetically, the way Tomorrowland and the Magic Kingdom is going back towards the original Tomorrowland style you had here in Disneyland so long ago, I prefer that versus the style you have here. I know some people like this style, the Tomorrowland you have here, but here it just looks like there's a lot of abandoned stuff, or sort of buildings that used to serve a purpose but no longer do, and Disney just tries to figure out something to put inside of them. I think it's safe to say, looking into the land and seeing this monstrosity here, that this land deserves some love. It really should get a whole overhaul of the entire land. There should be like totally new attractions, figure out what you're doing with the buildings, what should go where. Now what we're gonna do is go head over to the other side of the park so we can ride one more ride for this vlog today. I have to see Indy. I'm trying to keep this vlog succinct because I have some real footage to get. I have some serious stuff to do, but I keep seeing stuff that I have to document. I mean, look at the Columbia here. The pirate ship. That is so cool. All right, everyone, I finally found it. It took me a second. Indiana Jones Adventure, 35-minute wait. Whoa, look at this. Disneyland does the outdoor stuff, like outdoor queues, outdoor ride loading. For certain reasons, you cannot do that in Florida. Namely the fact that it rains every 10 seconds. But yeah, this way of doing things definitely has some upsides. Update, I'm still filming stuff in the queue. Just incredible, look at this stuff. You can see these pieces have been held in by wood. They're just wedged in there. Here we are in another area. The queue just keeps going and going.
And suddenly you are turning sharply and dropping suddenly. It is unlike anything you have ever experienced, I assure you.
Finally, we have made it.
Quick, take a look at it. It's the only way out.
Whoa! Look at this.
Not bad. Tourists. Now, stay out of trouble, will you?
On the way out, you actually pass back through the queue because of the way the building's laid out. We were going down and then we'll go back up, back into the rest of Disneyland. So everyone, just did Indiana Jones Adventure for the first time. A little better than Dinosaur, maybe just a little. The queue itself was amazing. The ride itself, all the scenes were so big. That main area where you go through all those little scenes and it's like one big scene with the lava and the fire and stuff, that was incredible. That was like a huge, huge room that they had all dressed up. The level of theming was incredible throughout the entire experience, which I guess you could say about the entire park. But truly, with Indiana Jones, like the lighting effects, there's a real fire effect in there, there's animatronics. Those were the sort of things I didn't really see on the other rides I went on today, where it was more either dioramas or figures that didn't move, or if they did move, it was like the entire thing moved. It's really amazing how far the technology has advanced. But that really wasn't what today was about. It was really about just enjoying Disneyland in a lot of ways for that original recipe that it has that goes back to when it opened in 1955. And I definitely got a taste of that today. And now I want more. I want to keep exploring this park. There's a lot more I haven't checked out yet. And I have a lot of work to get to working on this other video for you guys that will feature some awesome, awesome footage. Be sure to subscribe with those notifications on so you don't miss any of the awesome content we have on the way. There's stuff that I'm doing here. And of course, we'll continue to cover all the latest happening at Walt Disney World, all the latest Disney news. It's just so great to be here. I know I've said that quite a few times at this point, but live from Disneyland, the original Walt's Park with the Mark Twain, which was here on opening day behind me. This is Brayden. Thank you so much for watching. Have a magical day.